Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. It's going to be a bit echoey today. I had to move rooms, so I need to get some soundproofing up, but I'll try my best to get rid of the echo. It's the morning. I'm going to be doing my morning skincare routine whilst we go through some of the skincare trends forecasted for 2023 to 24, and these are skincare trends I hate. These are skincare trends that I will not be taking part in. These are skincare trends that I will be completely ignoring. I do feel like a lot of people forecast trends that never actually happen, and I'm kind of hoping that happens for a lot of these trends. I'm just going to go in every morning. I just use a micellar water to get off any excess kind of like moisturizer, oils that are left on my oily skin overnight, because I do like to start with a clean canvas. So let's start off with this one, because I feel like after today, I never want to hear the term slugging ever again in my whole fucking life. Any variation of slugging, any variation of it, whatever trend people are trying to make out of this trend, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So slugging is essentially, for those who don't know, if you're watching this, you know what slugging is. But it's essentially putting that occlusive layer, usually Vaseline or CeraVe healing ointment, over your skin, creating that kind of physical seal over your skin to trap in hydration, trap in moisture, making you wake up with plump, well-hydrated skin. And I like it. I feel like a lot of people have always used an occlusive layer at the end of the night. That's kind of what overnight masks are, and that's different between a daytime moisturizer and a nighttime moisturizer, is they're usually just a little bit more occlusive. I think it's great for people with very, very dry skin. Oily skin, not so much, but I would say as I got older and I am oily, I do tend to find I'm getting drier, especially my cheek area. So it's something I do. Some of you may have done it not even knowing the term was slugging. I enjoy it. But now there are so many variations of slugging. There is slugging over makeup, there is lip slugging, there is slugging with oil, that's got a new name to it, I can't even remember what it's called, it's the same fucking thing. With all these evolutions of slugging, there's another step to slugging that's going to be bigger and better. There is no variation of slugging. There doesn't need to be a variation of slugging. It does what it needs to do. It's as simple as that. It's like, what can I do with water? People have like diet water, all this kind of stuff. Water is water. That's a bad example. There's no need to have variation. It's like so basic yet effective. This was the Bioderma, by the way, micellar water. It's just the only one I can leave on my face without it being irritated, and it's designed to leave on your face. It's this TikTok trend of taking a trend and then trying to invent something on top of that trend in order to become viral and be the next person to come up with the next big thing and coin a certain phrase for something that already exists. And that's what creates these stupid, pointless trends, this overcomplication of something that's so easy. TikTok is quickly becoming the fast fashion kind of world of trend ideas, of constant trends, constant products you need. It's actually, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it. And there's these fake hacks and these fake must-have products and these fake kind of like skincare techniques that are making people bored and tired and exhausted of just doing a nice skincare routine. Overcomplicating stuff and overwhelming people. Just put some Vaseline on your face and shut up. The fact that mornings for me is all just about making my skin comfortable. So I like to go in with kind of like healing, soothing products every morning. I'm going to be using the Pure Skin from e.l.f. This is their toner with oat milk, aloe juice, and niacinamide. I have done a sponsorship with them before. This isn't sponsored. What I will say about this is, I'll be honest, I didn't give e.l.f. skincare the time of day, because when makeup brands do skincare, I'm like, no, like, I usually feel like they're just an add-on. Do you know what I mean? Or they're just kind of like a skincare product that's going to help your makeup look nice on your skin and really cares less about the benefits. But e.l.f. skin, like when I actually used it, I turned them down for a sponsorship twice actually, and then I started using their products and they got back in touch with me and I was like, yes, I was like, please let me this time. Some of these Pure Skin products, there's some I don't like, obviously, some I do like, and I'm being vocal about the ones I don't like. But the Pure Skin and their Holy Hydration stuff and their breakout stuff is actually really, really nice and really affordable. This toner is just really soothing, healing, and it's a nice thick texture, but not too thick as well. Terrible review, sorry. The next trend is No-tox. I feel like every year there's some kind of anti-Botox trend. And listen, I'm not here for it, I'm here for Botox. I don't think everyone needs to get Botox, But what I don't like about these trends is the idea that there's a replacement for Botox. I'll get into it in a minute. So No-tox is basically about the kind of re-rise of a non-invasive at-home treatment by using skincare tools. We're talking LED masks, like microcurrents. We're going back to 2 years ago again, and all these kind of at-home devices are coming back around, which is great. I think if you've got a at-home device and you can afford the one-off hefty kind of fee for them, price tag for them, go for it. But the idea is that these No-tox devices can kind of replicate these procedures, like these cosmetic procedures at home in a non-invasive way with no pain and no downtime. Of course, mainly focusing on anti-aging, claiming that these products are a replacement for Botox, giving birth to the No-tox name. I love my LED mask. I love LED treatment. Love it. But what I'm not here for, ever, is Botox in a bottle style claims. Let's take LED masks, for example. They're good. I like a good LED mask. They're promising when it comes to fine lines, dark spots. It can target redness, acne-causing bacteria with consistent use. But you're never going to get the results that you get from a 30-minute Botox appointment that you're going to get with consistent use with LED masks or microcurrent devices. Microcurrent devices are a long journey, but they're really promising. But I wouldn't say they're an alternative to Botox. Botox, it just goes in your face and then you're done. Filler, you can reshape your face and you're done. Microcurrent devices take a little bit longer, but the subtle changes they make are quite good. But after like a year, it takes ages. And I'm not saying don't use them. I think most of them are great, but they're not a replacement for Botox. You don't have to get Botox, that's not what I'm saying. But if No-tox was a trend about embracing the wrinkles and fine lines on your face, then I'd be all here for it, but it's not. It's a trend that suggests that you can get Botox at home without the Botox, because at-home treatments will do just the same job for you. It's not. It's not accurate. Get Botox if you want Botox. Get filler if you want filler. If you don't get them, and just see gradual, very gradual results with these at-home treatments if you use them daily. Fine, it's up to you. But let's not pretend there's an alternative to Botox yet. Next up, I'm going to go with my CosRx Seeker Serum. Again, I just kind of like buy these in bulk because it's a standard morning practice for me to use a soothing serum. A healing serum, bit of centella. Okay, the next trend is science-backed skincare. You may be confused thinking, but James, you always talk about science and you love a bit of science. And yes, I like scientific results and studies. I like claims based in science. But science-backed skincare is essentially an anti-clean beauty movement. Again, which I love. It's a realization that not all of our skincare products are made to kill us, give us cancer, enter our bloodstream, and toxics and chemicals. And also the rising popularity of professionals, skincare experts, and scientists coming online and becoming influencers and sharing their knowledge of what is bullshit, what is fear-mongering, etc. And these people also launching their own brands, which I absolutely love. Great, love it. But this isn't a trend. If you haven't been using skincare that is backed by science, then what the fuck have you been using? You've been using clean beauty, and that's your problem. That's your fault. I know that's not this audience because I know you're also well informed, but I am glad people are coming to the realization, hopefully, potentially, that clean beauty doesn't mean anything. And people should be using skincare that's backed with science in some way. I feel like people are now coming to a realization that clean beauty has been playing them. Like, they know that they've been using all these like fear-mongering terms, fake science, cherry picking at data in order to sell their skincare. They understand that the clean beauty movement and industry is just as big as the dirty skincare industry, and that the EWG doesn't have your best interest. I'm going to be using the Oracle Reviving Eye Gel from Dew Skin. I absolutely love this stuff. It's like a lightweight eye gel. Oh, that's a bit close. That just sinks right into the skin, and I don't have to spend hours patting at my skin in order to help it sink in. I will link the products down below if you want to know a bit more about them. Sorry, I'm not really reviewing any of them today. The more interesting part of this for me is the kind of like biotech side of it, and the more kind of like, I guess like eco-conscious side of it, where people are kind of like creating their own lab-grown natural ingredients, a more eco-friendly approach to natural ingredients, which I'll have to look into a bit more. But so like ruining crops, I don't know where things grow, and taking straight from the earth. They're just kind of like creating all their own kind of stuff, which I feel like a lot of brands do anyway. I don't know. Okay, next, I'm going to use I think it's Siggy Skin or Siggy Skin. I love this brand so much. I've been using their products for like the last month, and they're so nice. This is their daytime moisturizer with 71% oats, Truxarutin, I don't know what that is actually, polyglutamic acid and matcha extracts. It's just such a nice lightweight morning moisturizer. The next trend is skin boosting, a continuation of skin cycling. Listen, I know a lot of dermatologists kind of had their say on skin cycling and how it was kind of like a bit basic, but I honestly thought that it was a really good way to get people who weren't massively into skincare, who are just starting skincare, who consume all these TikTok videos and think, oh my God, where do I even begin? I thought skin cycling was a great way to kind of introduce people to the idea of cycling your skincare, when to use actives, etc. So skin boosting is meant to be the evolution of that, not created by the same dermatologist, but created by someone else in order to add actives daily into the skin cycling routine, introducing a more potent version of these actives. Nick Stenson, Ulta Beauty's Senior Vice President of Store and Service Operations, says this is an effective way to get even more out of your routine. So I have to read this quote because I was like, I don't know what this is. Especially since the most active ingredients typically require regular use for best results. Yes, and that was kind of the issue that dermatologists had about skin cycling. It's a great beginner routine, right? They say this allows you to get the full benefits of your daily skincare products since you're using stronger ingredients to boost collagen production, increase cell turnover, and improve radiance and overall skin health. And that was from Bustle. Again, skin cycling great for beginners. It's not for people who already know what actives they can and can't use and what kind of percentages they can use and what their skin can tolerate. It's not for people like us who have probably been doing our skincare for like years and years and years and know what we like and don't like. This skin boosting is just a skincare routine. So was skin cycling, but skin boosting is just a skincare routine. It doesn't need a name. We have given a name to a weekly skincare routine that's riding off the back of skin cycling. It's just a skincare routine. And this isn't from TikTok creators trying to... Actually, I think this was coined by Ulla Henriksen. That might be wrong. I'll do my research and put it here. I think this term was coined by them. This trend doesn't come from TikTok. It's a brand trying to ride off the back of a popular TikTok trend whilst chucking their own products into the mix. The idea of using more actives is just a longer skincare routine. It's just your weekly skincare routine. You have your recovery days, you have days of exfoliate, you have days you use retinols. Some people use retinols every day. Some people use vitamin C's every day. It's just an advanced skincare routine. I also don't believe daily use of actives and stronger actives, as the person said, equal better results at all. And stronger actives aren't the necessary next step to improving your skin and improving your skincare routine. I personally don't feel that. I'm nearly done. We've got one more trend, but I'm going to be using the Isoy Lip Treatment Balm. Again, I had a sponsor with them recently, but I love their product. I've been using it for a long time. This is just my go-to daily lip balm. A very natural, I put it around my lips. Very natural tint. The last trend, sustainable skincare. Bear with me. I think sustainable skincare is really, really important. This trend is about the skincare industry trying to find more sustainable ways to exist. Packaging, refillable products, less waste. I think that's what most brands, well, no, that's a lie. I think a lot of brands are trying to strive for that, especially new ones, which is great. Of course it's great, but if you look at what's actually happening in the skincare industry as far as sustainability goes, a lot of it is performative right now. A lot of it doesn't really mean a lot. I will be honest and be the first to say that I do not know a lot about sustainability within skincare. I'm not massively sustainable. I do my recycling. I try to do my bits where I can, but I do not believe that simply refillable packaging is the answer to being a green, sustainable company. Simply using glass bottles or, cardboard packaging I don't believe it's that simple. And it's not. We know it's not. And in fact, the vast majority of what we believe to be sustainable actually isn't. And the industry and consumers seem to be more about having instant answers to what is going to be a decades-long resolution. There are no fix-alls and instant answers. It's going to be such a long process to becoming truly sustainable. I think a good example of consumers not having a real idea about sustainability and the journey to real sustainability is Innisfree's paper bottle. Back in 2021, I think it was, Innisfree launched their paper bottle version of their iconic green tea seed serum. This was a plastic bottle that used 51% less plastic than their other serums, wrapped in a cardboard bottle. bottle. So whilst using 51.8% less plastic than the usual bottles, it still had a bit of plastic in, and the cardboard packaging on the outside was used as an easily recyclable way to display all the information needed on your average bottle. And whilst they did in fact show their plastic bottle on the campaigns, they kind of showed a dissected version of the bottle, their tagline was a little misleading. For people who didn't see the promotional materials and just saw it on the shelves, it says, "Yes, I'm a paper bottle" or something. So it looked like this serum was just in a recyclable paper bottle. So when people cracked it open and saw that plastic, there was outrage. They were like, they're lying to us, they're hiding plastic. And it was considered greenwashing, and I get it. So it was immediately called out and the brand apologized. But as I mentioned, that bottle used 51.8% less plastic than all their other bottles. The plastic insert and cardboard packaging was easily recyclable, which is a great step in the right direction. And More Pacific actually launched several eco-friendly products that year with a goal of reducing its plastic packaging by 700 tons by 2022. But now the product doesn't exist, it's now back to being in glass, which isn't more sustainable. A very clunky, heavy glass bottle, which people are like, oh my God, great, it's recyclable, but you now have to consider other things, like the weight of the bottle, the journey it goes on, how much gas, fuel is needed to transport all these heavy bottles of glass. See, it's just not as simple as make everything cardboard, make everything decompostable and biodegradable, make everything glass and recyclable and reusable. It's just not as black and white as we want it to be. And I say that I'm not in on this trend because I'm cautious. I'm very cautious about brands' claims when it comes to being sustainable. There is plenty of greenwashing claims out there. We know refills aren't always the best answer, Skin by Kim Kardashian being one of the main examples of that. As I mentioned, I'm not the one to really follow advice for when it comes to sustainability or what's going on. Leah Yu and her brand Crave always do an amazing job about being very open about this issue within the industry, dissecting how difficult it is actually to be sustainable within this industry. Leah posts some amazing documentary style videos on her YouTube channel talking about the sustainability and sustainable journey of very popular products that we use every day, ingredients, myths, all that kind of stuff, and how difficult this space is to navigate. And I get it. So yes, I won't be taking part in this trend because whilst that's great and I'm here for it, I'm going to be cautious about the claims that brands are throwing out there and just taking their sustainable claims at face value. So there we go. No sunscreen this morning because I'm staying inside under these studio lights to record all day. Let me know what you think about these trends. If you've heard any other trends that are going to be big this year, let me know in the comments down below. Got some more product reviews here, some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.